Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Kryptonite Show. I see my hair's a little bit weird today, but welcome back everybody, and it's your host Superman in the house. And yeah, let's get into it today. We're gonna check out the markets. We've got news from Richard and the PulseChain bridge, which was causing troubles yesterday or so. But we've got a new upgrade, which is very positive, isn't it? Very positive for moving forward. So we're very excited about that. Let me know if anyone has tested the version. We're going to talk about that coming up with the PulseChain update. We're going to obviously do stock market update, crypto update, then PulseChain update. We're going to have a look at Torus and Unity and do a review of those and see how they're tracking as well. Obviously, PulseChain's on a down day again today. And of course, we already went through yesterday. If you remember, I did a second show. We went and looked at all the charts. So we're still above all those second layer support zones for Pulse. But we're definitely testing the main Pulse line. I think we may have dipped below it today. We're going to check that out. So I think it was 3,500. Yeah, so we've gone below that. So we got our second line of defense. That's all we can say, second line of defense. But we do have it on the weekly. We get a weekly close. That would still be pretty positive for that long-term support. So we'll check that out too. All right, don't forget to share the show on X. That's always important. And get it out there. Get it out there. So we're still in the accumulation zone for PulseChain. We're going to get to all that though as well, and get into the chat is all I can say. Get into the chat there. Who we got in the chat there? We already got somebody else. We got Vic Foundation. Bang bang. Good to see you, Vic. A big shout out. Welcome to the chat as well. And without further ado, should we get into the stock market updates? I think we should. So let's talk about that. And we're going to go stock market. So we're going to go to our second screen here and see how that's going. So yes, what day results? Wednesday results for the US. We got S&P 500 pulls back for a second day as AI stocks stutter. So stuttering there. We got Dow Jones down 0.4%, 171 points to 46,141. We got the S&P 500 down 0.28%, 19 points to 6,637, and the Nasdaq with all the tech companies in it and the AI ones as well is down 0.33% there, 75 points to 22,497. It's a little bit of a cooling off the last 2 days. Obviously, we had President Donald Trump speak at the UN and give them a good splashing of facts and truth because they're a bunch of crazy nut jobs. But apart from that, the world's in a good place. We got the US dollar there is at 97.5. And let's check out the oil prices. We got crude, West Texas crude at $64.74. That is down 0.4%. We got Brent oil at $69, actually up 2%. And interestingly enough, I saw a post. Someone posted about I think it might have been actually Nick Hillman from Crypto Paradise posted around the price of a gallon of petrol at the US pump. What am I trying to say? Petrol station at the pump. And I think it was like $2.47 or something per gallon, something like that. But he said it's coming down, so that's pretty cool because we know that Trump said that he is talking about potentially a gallon of petrol going down towards $2 or just under $2. So that could be pretty exciting. We got gold right now at $3,773. Obviously, that's up $5.80 at the moment. And of course, gold being on an absolute tear. Central banks buying, no doubt. We've got a lot of record monetary printing. I think the US monetary printing record is about 22.2 trillion, something like that. So we've got record money printing, of course, and so we've got plenty of stuff going into gold. Monetary printing, of course, great for investing, but also goes back into devaluing the US dollar, right? So that's the other side of things. We got veteran crypto in house there. Everything will be okay. I like that. Everything will be okay. That's true. And of course, reposted the stream. Hey, big shout out there, Vets and Crypto. Big shout out. Let us know if you know any inside information on X game. Let us know. He always seems to be out early with the alpha on the old X game there. Really like the ticker scrolling. Yeah, I do too. It's pretty cool. We've also got our first team in there, Rome, from Gladiator Games. It's sitting between Hex and Bitcoin there. So there we go. Not bad. All right, let's get into the next one. We've got let's scroll down here a little bit. We've got obviously AI stocks falling a little bit. We obviously got Powell. Now, Jerome Powell has basically admitted that tariffs aren't really increasing inflation, and they were trying to work it out. They say 1 minute they say they're data dependent, next minute they're making claims. You decide. Who knows what they're talking about? I think the Fed is pretty much lost the plot, especially under Chair Powell's leadership. So yeah, we'll see. So that's kind of where we are with that. We've got GDP and PCE inflation data due this week, so that's going to feed into the Federal Reserve, right? So PCE is remember we've got CPI and PCE is the other inflation gauge. So hopefully if that comes down, then that's going to be even more interest rate cuts heavy, and GDP there as well. See how the US economy is going. So that's what we're expecting this week. So that could be pretty cool. Could move markets, guys. Could move markets. And let's have a look at the interest rate monitor. Let's have a look at that. Bam, bam, bam. We've got the Fed rate monitor, so we're going to quickly check that out. We've got 4 weeks and 6 days and 18 hours to go. We've got 97% of the market expecting a 25 basis point cut at this stage. But let's see what it looks like after the PCE data comes out. Remember, it's a broader measure of inflation than the CPI. So we'll keep a look at, and also GDP could impact as well. Vets in Crypto says Solid Hex added $28 million worth of Solid X to the LPX pool. Mixed sentiment, I guess is what you're saying, from the community on that, says Vets in Crypto. So $28 million worth of Solid X to the LPX pool. Mixed sentiment from the community. Well, we have seen Solid X get traded down. The ratio to Pulse traded down, but we have seen. Unfortunately, I can't pull up things. Maybe I'll try and do that on. Let me have a look, see if I can pull that up. Yeah, the studio won't show me that normally. I have to try and pick it up off the live YouTube feed, which I haven't got open here at the moment. Let's see what I got. See what I got, guys. All right. All right. It's not even on that stream. Oh, I'm on a different stream. It's not even showing up. I'm not sure. Let's change the view here. Yeah, it's not working up for me. I don't know what that comment's on. That's the dashboard there. I can't bring that up right now. Thanks, though, Vets. We got there. X Game is doing great. It's not launched yet, though, right? So I saw Crypto Coffee say it was launched, but it's not launched. But it is coming up. Randy Alassi was saying there was going to be a test net at the end of the month kind of thing, and then it could be launching in a few weeks. So what your understanding is, let me know in the chat. Very important because it's a big launch, right? Big launch. So good to have the right information. Now let's see. Sorry, let's move on. We'll move on to the next one. I will have a look at SolidX token a bit later when we get up to markets. So that's where we are right now on the old crypto. No, stock market, I mean. Where am I going? We're going up here. I can't pull the things out at the moment. So we got Fast Abdul in the house there. I'm here for the tech. He is indeed. He is here. Ink printer, and he's working on many other projects right now. Fast Abdul's a busy man. And doing some live streams as well. Right, what else? Let's move on, shall we? Let's go into the crypto market and check out that. Bam, let's go. It's a pretty relaxed day today, as we say, relaxed day. We got the market cap at the moment sitting at 3.999 trillion. Let's just say 4 trillion, up 0.6%. So we've got a little green day there. 18,870 coins in the CoinGecko. At the moment, we've got Bitcoin sitting at $113,326, up 1.2%. So Bitcoin looking good. Ethereum is still looking a little sluggish there at $4,150, down 0.4%, but still holding up nicely. We've got XRP there at 3.5%, $2.93. We've got BNB at number 5, of course, still over $1,000, 0.1% at $1,018. Solana down 1.2%, $211. We've got Doge there at number 8, that's up 1.4% at 24 cents. We got Tron there at number 10, up 0.86% at just below 34 cents. So, we've got a few, we've got a bit of a mixed pattern there. Solana down, Ethereum down, but everything else is up slightly. So there we go. Best performer in the last 24 hours has been XRP, and the best performer over the last week has been BNB down there as well. BNB, of course, over $1,000, pretty impressive. Top performer in the top 1,000, we've got Story IP at number 51 as number one performer for the week, 16%. At number 71 is Flare, that's up 13% for the week. Number 49 is Near, and that is up 10%. And Avalanche, number 17, is up 7%, almost 8% this week. And then finally, BNB from the top 10 is up 6.8%. And of course, sitting over $1,000, as we've mentioned several times. Top gainers in top 1,000, Rice AI, Concordium, and Apex. So we'll have a quick look at Rice AI, of course, AI being a mega theme for stock market and crypto, and of course the intelligence revolution or age, the intelligence age. You wouldn't know it by many of our leaders in the West, but that's the way it goes. 8 cents at the moment to 22 cents. We've got a nice little pump there on BNB chain, and it's got a Rice AI. So we'll have a look at the website. And there we go. Unlocking 45 trillion robotics workforce. You got Rice there, you got the website. You got another website there, so we'll quickly look at the website again. The next wave of physical AI is Rice. There we go. What's some of the features? Decentralized data network, omni-modal perception and action, advanced real-world reasoning, real-world responsiveness and scalability, seamless bot integration. I thought they would have something around inference, but they don't have anything particular stated there. But that is the Rice AI. It looks like it's a standout performer right now. What else we got in the top 1,000 on the move? We've got UX Link. Have a quick look at that. Number 662, and that is it's coming off got wrecked. It's coming off the back of that. 7.9 cents to 14 cents. I'm not sure it's the Avalanche chain. Not sure what chain it is, but we got UX Link. Let's have a look at that. Users DApps. It's just loading up here. It's got a bit of a slow load, isn't it? Largest Web3 social platform and infrastructure where super DApps take off. That's what it says. 54 million total users, it reckons. But that is valued at 68 million right now. 662 position on the top 1,000. And then finally, Apex is sitting there as well. So we've got a look at that. Apex at number 688, pretty similar positioning. That's just coming off the bottom as well. 23 cents, now 49 cents. It's on Ethereum chain, and it's an exchange. So Apex Exchange. DEX with Apex, engineered for high-performing precision. So there we go. Nice, recently decent little interface. Got a VIP program apparently. So that is the crypto market overall. So $4 trillion pretty much at the market cap. Bitcoin 113,329. So that's where we are on that one. And that is our market cap recap there. We're going to go to PulseChain next. I thought I saw another comment there from a few people, but let's see. We got Q-Baller in the house there. Morning all. Good to see Q-Baller. Big shout out. And we've got Grumpy as well. I'm here for the Bria shilling, says Grumpy. Oh, that's pretty funny. I'm sure Adfast Abdul likes that. Imitation is the best form of flattery, especially when you customize it there. So that is looking good. So Bria token in the house. I did see that as a Jen put out a little post around Bria. That was pretty nice. Little poem or something, was it? A little poem. So yeah, let's move on. All right, so we're going to get into PulseChain. Everybody ready? 3, 2. No, let's do the drum roll. Ta-da! All right, here we go. Richard Hart is the man, the myth, and the legend. Of course, the founder of PulseChain and PulseX and Hex is here, and he's brought the solution to the problem with the bridge that everyone was moaning about yesterday. I hadn't been using it, so I wasn't too much aware, but just heard people talking about being down or not working and things like that. But apparently there was an upgrade happening. So the bridge, pulsechain.com, UI has been updated to 1.1.0. You can test it or continue to enjoy using the other front ends. So that is a link to the post if you guys want to save it. Remember, be very, very careful with the bridges or anything. if you're Googling or using DuckDuckGo, there are scammers everywhere that just change the letters around, and you won't even notice the difference if you click on them, and you get your wallets drained. So very important that you always double check the right links, save them to your favorites so that you can just go to them time and time again and enjoy the DeFi experience. But once again, you got to be very, very careful out there. There's lots of people out there to scam you out of your money because that's what they think they can do. But don't worry, the God is watching them. Everything they do is being recorded. Let's put it that way. We got Hex Creator says he's reposted the stream. A big shout out there, Hex Creator. Appreciate that. Big shout out. And hey gang, a big shout out there from Hex Creator to everybody. So kind of cool. All right, so that bridge is there, 1.1.0. We've got a new updated bridge, so presumably it's working even more faster and seamlessly. I'm not sure if there's any particular updates around confirmations, probably the same levels. So yeah, there we go. Good news. Let's jump over to the results. So we're on day 866. So PulseChain launched on the 13th of May 2023. And here we are today, 866 days later. And here is the price of Pulse. It's at quadruple 0346. Trying to hold on to that 3,500 mark. I did say that's kind of the bottom. So slightly below that right now, but let's see if we can get a close above it. And we're at 5% down today. So still in the down days here. I did do a second live stream yesterday and covered the charts. So that is where we are right now. And we're at 35% of the mean sacrifice price at the moment. So that we might actually pull out the Pulse chart a bit later and see how that is looking. PulseX at the moment, quadruple 0228, down 3.9%. That is sitting at just below 23% of the mean sacrifice price. So you're getting still a fantastic accumulation deal right now with PulseChain still, even though we defeated the SEC on the 7th of July, which is, coming up to 2.5 months, is it? Something ago. The buy and burn, though, keeps going up. So 7.79% of the PulseX has been bought up and burned. We've got Ink token there right now, $1.34, down 3% as well. And the inflation, of course, has been cut. Hex at the moment, 77 hundredths of a penny. So if you're after Hex right now, you are getting the discount you wanted. All right, so you're down 7% right now. We've got P-Hex there, or Hex on PulseChain at 77 hundredths of a penny. E-Hex at the moment is also down, was at quarter of a penny yesterday. Is now at 23 hundredths of a penny. So the combined price of E-Hex and P-Hex is what? Exactly 1 cent, apparently. I guess it's rounding in there, but exactly 1 cent is E-Hex and P-Hex combined. So if you wanted your discount, you wanted to get those big bags of Hex, then you can get them. The OA is staked. There's only something like 46, 48 billion tokens around. And a lot of that's probably in protocols or something, sitting in wallets, OA wallets. I think the O3 wallet's still got 2.5 billion or something. There's a wallet bigger than that above that. So it's time to scoop up the old Hex, and that would be pretty friendly. What else? What else are we gonna say? That people talking about 50 cents Hex, $5 Hex, $13 Hex. I mean, there's big numbers out there. All depends on the ETH price and Magic Carp Ride for those sort of prices, right? Those sort of prices. All right, let's jump up to the gas prices. We're going to get 723,000 beats. So this is lower than we've seen for a while, and it's at 9/10 of a penny right now, so less than a cent. Validators down from yesterday, so that's interesting. 52,843. So we're down about 60 to 80 validators from yesterday. We know that Vouch has been getting more pulse and staking more validators, and it's up to last time I checked 4,500 on the old Vouch. So that's continued to move on, and it's going to be a juggernaut, guys. I think there's going to be an absolute juggernaut when, especially as Pulse rallies, that thing's going to hyper pump with the two revenue streams, plus having 4,500 plus validators. By the time it gets there, it could be massive. And what else have we got going? We've got Bridge, 107,000. So we're down, about 2.6 million from yesterday, something like that, 2.7 million from yesterday. Obviously, Hex coming down quite a bit there, from quarter of a penny to 2300th of a penny, as one of the big explainers there. But I do have a snapshot from what day? The 21st. So this is 4 days old. We were at 113.3 million back then. We're at 107.5 now. We had ETH was about 60 ETH higher, 62 ETH higher. 4 days ago, it was higher. We were at 25.1 million in value of ETH. EHEX. Now we're down at 22.9. The amount of hex on the chain is about the same. DAI was just under 22.4. We're down $500,000 on the DAI. USDC was 17.9. What are we at? That's 17.5. So about 400,000 down on the USDC. Coast is pretty much the same, and the USD Tether is down about 270,000. So we're down on all our sticky stables, and down a little bit on the ETH, and Bitcoin pretty much the similar, but the price is down. We're down about 100,000 on 120,000 on that. So that's our snapshot there, and that's where we are right now. All right, so let's move on. Let's go to the PulseChain treasury, obviously based on here on ETH. So it's 64 million right now. The PulseChain SAC or treasury there that Richard Hart got nominated onto early for the acquisition vehicles, and that is sitting at 692 million in total values there. It was up a couple of days ago, when ETH was higher, up at quarter of a billion. So it's down about 60 million from there. Let's jump over to the total volumes. 13 million. It's pretty similar to what we've had from quite a few days now, in the 12 to 14, maybe 15 million range. And so we're at 13 million there. The transactions there, we typically, on the low end have 200,000. On the high end recently 300. So we're 222 today. I think we were 250,000 yesterday, or 246, something like that. So we're down a little bit from that. Overall, though, we've got a few little movers. Interesting enough, 9mm, our second biggest DEX, is actually the best performer on the trending now, 6.7%. So it's at 1 cent. And as I said to you, once we do get a rally on PulseChain, these DEXs will get re-rated. Typically, what happens pretty aggressively. At the moment, it's just bouncing off the bottom, 95 hundredths of a penny up to 1 cent. So there we go, a little bit of money coming in there. And to be fair, 9mm is continually doing updates about their DEX, and also they've got the NFTs that they sold out, and profit sharing and things like that. So they're doing their thing. We got DAI there, pump size DAI, been around for over 3 months, of course, up 3.4%. Liberty been around for 3 months, up 1.4%. Swords on mini-meal. The big corporate on PulseChain is up 1% and sitting at 4.3 cents. Interesting that sort of tapered off around this range. And of course, we know they're probably sitting on $10 million plus in their little buy and burn treasury. But they can move markets when they want. Okay, where's the SEC? No, that's good. We got Unity right now, $2.66 is up a third of a percent, and of course we're going to be talking about Unity later on, so we might pull up that price there. We got PIP by Ink Dollar. Fast dollar. Stop moving your price around. It's supposed to be a stable coin, dude. It's supposed to be a stable coin. Stop moving around. We're up 0.25% there. It's at 99.7 cents on the old Ink Dollar. I don't normally talk about stable coins too much, but that's where it is. Fetch right now is up 1/5%. Fetch Oracle, the Telefork, it is there. I'm not sure what protocols they're using that, but it is there at the moment. Sparta. So everything else is slightly out of the money, basically. X Game, we're going to have a quick look at that. It's coming up, so we're going to pick off a few here. Let me know if there's any that I've missed that you guys want me to look at while we're going. Let's see here. We're going to have a quick look at Vouch, the big DEX aggregator. That is sitting at quadruple zero 5,700 now, and it looks like it has found its bottom. It did look good yesterday, sitting at 50 on the Fibonacci for the daily. So yeah, that's not looking too bad. That's what the 4 hour looks like, especially holding up relatively well given that pulse is down. And so yeah, it's not too bad there. Coming off the bottom, oversold, sitting at 41. So we'll see what happens there. Got a bit of support at 5,500. Let's see if they've got any updates on X, shall we? Go have a little nosy. And this is Jexa, right? Jexa. Jexa. Who I had problems remembering the name of for some reason, even though I've seen him year after year after year. I've seen him, but just not enough just to remember in the name. But yeah, 4,455 validators. That was back on the 22nd, so only 2 days ago. Pretty impressive there, number one. Number one there, and getting more validators all the time. So that is the Vouch. Let's jump out of there. What else we got to say about this? So we're scrolling down a few others here. 9-inch, interesting enough, the other DEX, the third biggest DEX, which is not doing that much volume, right? How much volume is it doing? 148K. 9mm is doing 1.2 million, and PulseX is doing 11.4. So that's where we are right now, but 9 inches down there somewhere. What else? Let's scroll down here. Some of these ones here. Obviously, Hex is a really great pickup right now. Hex looking good. What else? Solid X is down 655. So we were talking about this earlier with Vets, and it is Solid X is down at $6.55. So I thought a good price was $9. Well, $6.55 is a fantastic price for getting a Solid X. That's pretty much it. That's like even better. So timing is always your friend sometimes, and it is certainly the case in Solid X. I did notice that the ratio is dropped, so that's definitely your friend there. Look at that, down at 189,000 per one Solid X. So very nice tidy position to pick up Solid X right now in anticipation of X game and Solid X staking and everything else that they've got coming. So that's pretty cool. X game itself for Pulse, the Pulse ratio, I know the pump one's quite high, up at 20 cents, but the Pulse one here is sitting at 1.5 cents and holding up very well. Now, this was incredible, to be honest, because the RSIs were hot on every time frame, and it's managed to stay up here, obviously in anticipation of the X game launching. So pretty exciting here. And we know that the X game is at least one of, I would say, two candidates out of all the projects that we look at. One of the two projects that could be the killer app. And what we mean by that, if you're not familiar with that language, is that it could be viral, basically, a big viral game that brings in a lot of people and a lot of activity. So it's going to be multi-chain as well, but we call it omni-chain because it's going to bring the profitable value back into PulseChain, and so that's going to be huge for burning the token away and rewarding the stakers of SolidX. So that is a pretty neat. So some nice little moves there. So holding up pretty nicely right now, 14.86 cents. Like a boss, they say, like a boss. RSI is at 70 still, 72. So, as long as the game is moving forward in a short time frame, that should hold up. Otherwise, we could see a potential sell-off, even though, because it's holding up with PulseChain down, right? So still doing pretty well, but it could capitulate if it was dragged on, but I don't think that's going to be the case. And the other thing is it's not absolutely clear what use case, because this is now the official token for the decentralized casino, with the crash game being the first game. It's not entirely clear what particular use case X game will have relative to Solid X, which is the staking one that gets a lot of benefits. So we'll see what happens there. That would may impact whether we get a pump event or sell-off event. That being said, of course, the pump events probably more likely in some ways, given that Firewall may pump the chart. Who knows? But this has been a lot of practice that he has done in the past, and then people jump on the bandwagon on that, right? So we'll see. It looks pretty good, pretty bullish about X game, no doubt overall. So that is X game there. Solid X. What else we got down here? Sparta's down there. Pulse Land, which was the big performer yesterday. All the hype there from Moon King and B Roots. That is definitely profit makers going in here, and we're back down. So we're down here at quadruple 6100. We pumped all the way to 6600. So a pretty impressive little pump there. And of course, hopefully people weren't buying the top of that because hashtag wrecked. But that was a 11x on that one. 11x inside like 2 days, a day. Yeah, I don't know, even inside a day. So pretty amazing. It is still at 00019, but it's falling pretty hard here. And it's probably well overpriced at the moment. Still up a 3x. So still up a 3x. This is on the 4-hourly chart. So yeah, down 56% right now. Now, obviously, I think it's going to be pretty exciting to see this protocol because obviously there's going to be people are going to be able to buy land. And it's 3D world, so the land feels more real rather than 2D land grab. And people are going to be able to play games like Squid Games. I don't know, can I get married and things like that? I don't know. We'll find out. But it's got lots of things like that. So it is a 3D world for PulseChain, Pulse Land. And given that PulseChain is super cheap to do business on, it won't get killed off by high gas fees, no doubt. So that's the other positive. So, remember Decentraland basically got killed off by high gas fees in the last bull market. So I'm sure it's still operating today, but that is where we are. So there we go. It's cool to have it, right? Cool to have it. We are part of this sort of gaming boom and, metaverse type of thing, and it's all good. So look forward to that. Hopefully it's fairly smooth to operate in as well. So that is PulseChain. That was a big performer, but down today. Peacock meme coin down 14% as well. Had a little bit of a pump yesterday, and now it's been sold off too. So a little mini move last day or two, but it's been sold off there. But it's still sitting in a nice range. So I'll probably sit here presumably in this 002 range. It can fall further if it wants to, but maybe it might hold up here. Maybe it might drift down a little bit to just below 2,000, 2/10 of a penny, I should say. We'll see. All right, so that is some of the big stuff there. That is our PulseChain, just a quick coverage. Who else? We got any other comments in the chat there? No, that's it. So let's move over to the Torus and Unity review. We'll get back to Unity in a minute. Well, Unity, we'll start with Unity because Unity's on the PulseChain, and then Torus is on Ethereum. So we'll see what price. So at the moment, we've got $2.67 for Unity. Now, obviously, Unity and Torus were both founded by Cryptographics, one of the large influencers in the PulseChain community and Titanx community, but now has moved on to really being a founder. Still streaming a heck of a lot, obviously, as a founder, but is doing a great job. So this is a high achiever, all-rounder, is the old Cryptographics. $2.67 right now on Unity. And let's see. The yields at the moment is 4,800%. So still looking pretty spectacular. We're now 38 days into Unity. And let's have a look at the staking reward here, 4,000. So it's getting close to flipping, not too far away. That once that price comes down a bit more on average, we'll see a flipping there, just like we saw with Torus. And therefore staking will become a bigger deal and eat up a lot of that supply that's coming out, right? A lot of that supply that's coming out. People will stake it for the high yields. Burning, we've still got the burn here. Obviously, PulseX is down, so Pulse is down. So reducing the US dollar buying power. Still 1% per day though, ticking away there. And the buy and build as well, the liquidity, still 1% of that, and ticking away too. So it's what, $2,000 in the buy and build, and another $3,000, so $5,000 approximately. And then we've got the fractal there in reserve. That's will help build up the buy and burn later on day 110. Stats, $206,000 in the raw pool today. 97,000 tokens up for grabs. The liquid supply sitting at 2,100, so it's definitely gone up because I think we were down at 800 or so. We're at 2,100, but still relatively small. The Unity staked, 10,700. The burnt Unity is 16,000. We've got 2.4 billion shares right now. 1.89 billion PulseX has been burned as well, bought up and burned. Let's go to the analytics sheet and have a look at that. See what's coming up there. We are on day 38. So we'll have a look at day 38. We went through day 34 and the price really didn't capitulate too much. We had 12,000, 14,000 come out. 13,000, I should say, come out, and actually it held up pretty well against that, which is pretty. It was a little bit of a counterintuitive move. No doubt, quite a bit must have got staked. Is my guess there. And so what else we got? Day, what did we say? We're on day 38. Day 38. It was 33, day 33, but day 38 we're in now. So we've got 2,200 coming out today, and yesterday we had 5,700. So 2,200 coming out today. So definitely in the new range. Going to be in this range for quite a bit of time. We're only a long way to go there in that range. So at the moment, $2.67 holding up pretty well, but that's probably going to fall. Let's have a look at the old chart here on the daily. The price is adjusting downwards, just like Torus, and we see it going down. Still got some way to go before we get there, though. And so let's go have a look at Unity. So we're going to look at Torus now, which is already ahead by 39 days, right, ahead of Unity. And so let's go look at Torus and bring that up there. So Torus is a bit of a glimpse of the future for Unity in some ways. It won't be exactly the same. Adoption rate was different, the buy and burns and everything else. People's behavior will be different. The chains, different chains. Feed coins there. One's on ETH, one's on Pulse. But we had a dip down yesterday to 18 cents and on the old Torus, and now we're at 29 cents there. So there we go. Yeah. All right. Don't forget, I think also on the Unity, it's on 9 mm as well. And most of the yield there's with PulseX, not on PulseX, I think. Just as a note. And so let's have a look at the Torus. So we're on day 77, 39 days ahead of Unity on PulseChain. We've got the yield on creating as 475% and 2,400% on staking. So you can see how this is going to happen on Unity too. We're not far away from this flipping. And of course, look how strongly in favor it is of staking right now. So people will be better off just getting their tokens, all their hundreds of thousands of tokens, and staking it pretty much. So that is the play there. Looking at the burn, we got $2.25 million. So it's at $2,500 a day on the buy and burn, and got was it another 200, 180, so maybe $1,800 or so on the buy and build. So still looking at was it over $4,000 on the buy and burn and build. Got the fractal at the moment. It's still got $180,000 in it. That's going to go into the buy and burn on day 110. Now, finally, stats page. We've got $27,000 in a reward pool. Remember the days when this was like saying $1 million or something? That was pretty awesome. It's got 94,000 tokens. So this gives us a glimpse of where Unity will be. Obviously, on day 38, Unity's got 97,000. By the time it gets to day 77, it will have the same amount as Torus here, 94,000. So that's in the reward pool. Liquid supply, where we have 2,200 over on Unity, where we've got 50,400 here in liquid over on Torus. I'll give you a glimpse of what might be happening with Unity in the future, plus or minus 10,000. I don't know, whatever. It's going to be different. We got the burn supply at the moment, 104,000. The stake supply, 162. And this is where we saw the flipping in the staking being more profitable. And so everyone is staking. And that's what it's designed to do. Right? It's designed to do there. We've got 4.5 billion shares. So shares are just blowing up now that everyone is staking as well. So it's just started to separate out from Unity because they were, Unity was catching up, but now it's not because everyone's staking their coins and the shares are going up. The burn Titanx 236 billion right now. Let's have a look at the analytics report and see what this looks like as well in terms of supply coming out. Let's have a look here. Where are we going down here? Yeah, 16 million is the future supply now of Torus. So it's going to happen, something like that will happen to PulseChain Unity. But we're on day, what day we say one? 70 something? 77. And so 77 is 442,000 accumulative. So that's every day added up. But day 77, 442,000. And we're still getting into the big volume area. So we've still got days ahead of us where we get up to that max period, 88 days. 1.6 million coins will be out. Obviously, there's burning off a certain amount of that. And then we're going to jump to 3.1, 3.2 in the next day. So 1.6. So we're going to have a big our first million day sort of bonanza is coming up on day 89. Bam. That's going to be fun. Everyone, it's going to be mass staking, right? Mass staking. And so on. Yeah. There we go. So that's huge. So that's working out pretty well. And then we may see, obviously, flip eventually into maybe creating. The price will recover. Market makers come in. We'll see what all happens with all that behavior. Pretty fascinating. So that is Unity and Torus. Not bad. So that is our review of Unity and Torus. We got any more comments? No, we've got no more comments in the chat there. Let's jump over to PulseChain, PulseGains. Now, I did want to talk about something quickly, and it is Solid Trader. So I do have this pinned up at the top of the profile here on X. But if you haven't got Solid Trader, it is on Telegram. It is a specialized trading bot from our big friendly Firewall. Of course, SolidX Game founder, and Solid Trader at the moment is a trading bot for PulseChain. And of course, you can. It's super duper. Basically, it's got all the bells and whistles, ultra fast trades, no more stuck transactions, one click buys, multiple wallets set up, limit orders, stop losses and take profits for those that like to do good trading management, risk management, charting and protection from scams. And all you have to do is basically fund your wallet, paste the contract address of the token you want to buy, and click buy. Pretty easy. Or you can set some limit orders and stop losses there. You might go to sleep one night and you think, oh, I'm a bit nervous about this chart, and maybe I want to put a stop loss so I don't lose all my money. And then you set that and it trades, and then the next day you find out it got wrecked, and you're like, yay, I got out before, a good profit before it got wrecked or something like that. So that's kind of the idea there. And we've got all these videos here. So all the videos in here from the official team. So they've got all their videos how to use it. Pretty cool. They're short videos, very easy to use. And it's all tied in a thread there. So it's pretty cool. And if you want to join up today, I'll post the link here for that. And you can check it out. And I'll also post the link to the X post. Well, actually, the X post is just on the top. So you can just go to the top of the Crypto Night Show and you can read all that stuff and watch all the videos. But that is Solid Trader. It is awesome. So check that out. Now, it does have a referral program on there too. So if you do share you can create your own referral program and send it, share your link around, and you get a big share of the trade percentages there, over time. So the more the merrier. So get out there. Another cool product there from SolidX. So that's pretty cool. The other thing, of course, I think we talked about the Monster Thread the other day. The Monster Thread 20 is out. So if you haven't read that, definitely give that a read. It's over on MBS Crypto's site. And that's been doing very well. I'm just having a look through some of these other stuff. I've done a few other shows lately. I think that's it, yeah. Also, we've got Gladiator Games. It's got their next big tournament coming up for the weekend. So, yeah, 47 minutes ago. Only 2 days left until the tournament begins. That's tournament number 3, weekend number 3. So last weekend, there were 168 fights, $650 in prizes, and epic voice chats. The Telegram's really been going off with the old live streams. People being in there, big groups, and having battles in there for the tournament. This weekend, more blood, glory, and Rome burns. We're buying up Rome with game revenue and adding even more in the game utility for Rome. So Rome, you're getting a bit of recovery, obviously, after the drama around the OA. So things are on the move, and that's the key thing you want to see. You want to see the game moving forward, and so some cool stuff happening there. Gladiator Games tournament this weekend, just 2 days away. So kind of cool. That is it. So getting some good comments there. So getting a bit of momentum back. And we've seen this before, right? Few little hiccups there. Now, I did want to scroll down here because I thought this was pretty cool. Now, obviously, you can get a player in Gladiator Games / Rome. This is a person that's showing you their player and all the different weapons and shields that you can fit. You have different slots basically that you can put in. Basically hardware in this case, or in this case, armor and clothes and things like that. And this is a female character. That's what they call a Daimakieri, which is one of the type of gladiators with 2 swords. That's what defines that. And you can get helmets, you can get breastplates, undergarments, boots, and powerful rings and everything like that. Gloves, all that sort of stuff. And you obviously down here you got your swords and shields, depending on what kind of character you are. You also have bandages and food. Obviously, when you're fighting, you're going to get injured, so you need some of that to replenish you. And that's kind of the idea. And then you got your power down here. So this is what you do, and you can either harvest, go find resources, and then craft your own weapons, or you can go and buy them off the market. Now, every weapon has got a different level. There are 5 different quality levels, from legendary all the way down to, I think, common. And so you have different colors for those. So you can get all those. So the yellow here is, I think, epic, which is kind of in the middle. This one here, I think, is rare. This one here, which is an orange, and so on. So, the more powerful it is, the higher your stats will be for your player. And then you can go and fight in the tournament. So you still got a couple of days to get that all going. But that was a cool little image there as well. So, Gladiator Games back on, and back on the horse, as they say. Back on the horse. So you can check out Gladiator Games as well. All right, I think that's it. What are we up to? 45 minutes? Man, we're done so fast today. It's crazy. Although I did start 15 minutes early as well. Not surprised. All right, so on that note, we're going to finish a bit earlier, 45 minutes into the hour. We've got quite a large audience watching, but this is unfortunately, that's the way it works out sometimes. We've obviously got a great accumulation zone on PulseChain right now. In fact, I was going to look at Pulse, wasn't I? Chart. So let's do that. We have got plenty of time. So let me bring up the Pulse chart because we might as well do that since we're already here and we've got plenty of time. I thought I was too far ahead of my time zone, but we're going to bring up the old PulseChain. I'm not even sure if I've got the right chart here, but let me bring it up manually. We're going to have to look at Pulse and see how it's holding up. Actually, do I need to bring it up on another? I think I do. So let me bring it up on a different zone here. So I'm going to have to split the studio here, do some fancy maneuvers. But we can do it. We can do it, guys. We can. Oh no, we can't do it. Let's move that away. Is that gonna? We're going into bat mode. We're going bat mode, guys. Going bat mode. Let me just transition that back around, and then I'll bring it up. There was a malfunction in the studio. Guys. All right, so let me stop wrecking my own show. Let me just jump over to the add this in. Let me go add. I'm trying to find the Pulse chart, right? That's all I was trying to do, and I turned it into a whole calamity there. So let's go to the Pulse chart. Bam, 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 and let's go full screen on it. You have to shape this up a little bit. This is what happens when you don't do things planned. When you don't think things planned there. Let's go full mode, and let's go check our PulseChain chart. I think we got it. I just got to connect it up now. I've got it there. Just need to connect it up. Who would have thought that it would take so long? Are we ready, everybody? We're going to jump into it. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Welcome to the Matrix, man. What happened? Heck. No. Let's go. All right, there we go. We finally made it. That was it. We did it together. All right. So we got the price of Pulse at the moment at quadruple 34.50. We are below our long-term, what was going to hopefully be our support. So yeah, we have actually closed down the day below that. So not great from that point of view. Let's have a look at the weekly chart. We can see that view right now. And so yeah, there we are. And what happened to my other line? I had another line here, didn't I? That was my line, I guess, the support zone there. That's our next level. I think was what I had. What do we got there? 3,100. Yeah, so that's kind of where we got some support. So fingers crossed. I did have another line here, but it must have disappeared. I don't know what I've done with that. But here we are on that, what was previously, huge resistance. Remember on the weekly, and that orange line was hopefully we were riding, sliding down to test it. We've dropped a little bit below that. But here we are, as long as we stay over, this 33,000, 3,100 level, that's our next support level. And then, we'll eventually bounce off regardless anyway and break away. That's the plan. So we've got higher lows still. So this low here obviously dropping. So we're going to put that down there now. We might do a little bit smaller there, but that is where we are right now. Our high is still in place, so it's still on the move. Fortunately, we didn't really hold that support zone. That's a bit of a shame. But this is our last line of defense. Down here. So fingers crossed we hold that. And this is on the weekly candles. On the daily, you can kind of see where we are there at the moment. I might move that a little bit over, but that is where we are. So fingers crossed we hold this over 3,000 mark, right? And we did have resistance at that level. We did have some consolidation at zero level. So fingers crossed that holds. But we're at 34.50 right now. And I think 35 was the kind of the key mark for me. And so we're just below that right now. So here we go. Now, obviously, the moving averages too are negative. So that's negative as well in the short term. I don't have longer term average there, just the 9 and 34. 9 is in pink and the 34 moving average is in purple. That's on the daily. But on the weekly there, we've just got a negative cross happening here on the 9 week and the 34 week. But, hopefully this gets out a fake out and we get to move to the upside there, like that green arrow indicates. So that's kind of where we are right now. The RSI 46. We have been kind of in this range, so we'll see. Hold up there. That is the old PulseChain. I definitely think we're finished now. I finished the show. We got a comment there. We got MBS Crypto in the house there, the editor-in-chief of the Monster Thread and the promotional lead at the Crypto Night Show. Big shout out there, MBS. Keep up the great work there. He's everywhere on X, isn't he? Everywhere on X. Doing a great job. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We've got obviously Gladiator games coming up this weekend for tournament number 3. Big prizes in store for that. We'll probably talk more about that tomorrow. We've got the GDP and the PCE numbers coming out around inflation, so it's going to be very important. That could move markets, especially when we've had 2 down markets with AI. We've got President Trump out there doing some great stuff, trying to save the West from self-destruction. And what else? I think that's it, is it? Strategic Ether acquisitions. Let's quickly look at that. I haven't pulled those up, but let's see if we've got anything around that. I'm going to have to bring that up on a different screen. Strategic ETH reserves. Let's have a look, see if they've got any more declarations. Let's see. This may be a non-bigger. No, FG Nexus has bought 1,600, which is pretty interesting because they raised $5 billion. I'm pretty sure they successfully raised that, but they haven't bought anything yet. So they've just declared another 1,600. So they had 4,800. So they're now at 50,000 exactly. So they like round numbers. They're at 50,000 at number 14 on the SOG ETH reserve. So that's pretty much it. Not really worth bringing up at this time. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. 51 minutes on the hour, so very short show for me today, but we'll be back again tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, it was a cool hangout today, and I'll catch you guys either in Discord or Telegram, links in the video description, and I'll catch you again tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to check out the Crypto Paradise team. They're doing daily shows as well, so big shout out to Nate, Nick, and Amaru over there as well. All right, take care, and bye for now. Should we play some jingles on the way out? I think we should. The crowd goes wild. All right. Catch you tomorrow. Accumulate. The prices are nice and friendly. All right. See ya. Bye for now.